Alright guys, welcome back to the show. It's battle report day, it's public holiday here, so me and Dave are going to meet up and have a battle report at 1500 points. There's been a lot of feedback on the channel that people want to see this Deathguard list go again, so I've got it ready and I'll go through what's in it real quick. There's a more in-depth video on the channel if you want to see, get more in-depth about this list. Alright, so quickly, we've got Typhus. You know what he does. We've got a Malignant Plague Caster, then for troops. We've got 15 Poxwalkers, 7 Plague Marines with 3 Plasma Guns, 15 more Poxwalkers. So that makes a battalion for 8 points. Then in Elites, we've got the Foul Blight Spawn. Haha, I remembered his name. Coming back over here for fast attack, we've got 3 of these Blight Haulers. They're always armed the same, so missiles, multi-melter, spit, pretty much. Over here, fast attack again, 2 of these. So we've got 2 drones with spitters as well. So they'll be zooming around doing their thing. And then in the center, we've got a Plague Burst Crawler with spitters. So pretty much we've got Typhus is going to support these 2 units, make them a bit tougher. I've also given him the powers, Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality, so he'll make one of these units -1 to hit, and one of them Strength and Toughness 5, make him a bit harder to remove. And then this guy's got Blades of Putrefaction and Curse of the Leper, so he'll be going on more of an attack roll. He's probably going to be my Warlord, so relics wise I'll give him the Sufferating Plate, and I'm not sure what his his Warlord trade will be, but I'll make sure by the time Dave gets here I know what it is. Alright guys, so that's the army, and when Dave gets here we'll see what he's got. Alright, here we are. Dave's brought down his Custodes. So before he goes through the list, as we said before, he was going to do the bases up with some cool effects and stuff, and here we have it. We've got all sorts of cool shenanigans. I was just saying to him it looks like they've done an Exterminatus because it's all dead Imperial stuff, but hey, it still looks cool. What else we got in here? This is like a bloody joy for me to go through. This is cool. Got over here on one of the jet bikes, flying over a bike. Alright, before I break something, these things are a little flimsy. Alright Dave, run us through what you got, mate.
So it's a battalion, 2 shield captains,
yep.
Dawn Eagle jet bikes, and the 3 troop choices.
What are these troops called?
Just Custodian Guard, so they've got forgot what it's called.
Some sort of halberd with a boulder on it. So they're just 3 man units?
Yep. So Guardian Spear, got it eventually.
There you go.
So no shields in there, too expensive.
Alright, so that's your battalion. Then over here, what do we got?
Vixillus Praetor. So
this is the guy -1 to hit, isn't it?
it's a -1 banner, so essential in the Custodian army. And the good old Virtus Praetors, 2 units of those. They're I think every Custodian player knows that they're the best thing in the list.
Yep.
They tons of bolter fire and good in close combat too.
Yes, in my last game they took down giant orc. What was he called? Morkanaut. So, alright, we'll roll up a mission and we'll get this going. Alright, here we are. We've got a mission. So we're playing the Scouring. So first on the battlefield, in the middle here we've put some Papa Nurgle loving. All the stuff's growing over, so these guys really need to come do a bit of an Exterminatus, even though they like killing their own guys, judging by their bases. But where are the objectives? We got 1 under this guy, 1, 2, 3 in the garden, and then over on this side we've got 1 and then 2. So for deployment, these guys are all just tucked away in here in a nice neat bunch. Trying to hover around this guy to give him the -1 to hit, makes sense. And then my guys have pretty much done the same. So we've got that guy there, and then just a big tight bunch of guys in the center, and this guy over here. So pretty much by the looks of it, we're all going into the center here to punch on. So Dave's got the +1 to go first because he's I got a 3. Oh, 5. Can I seize the initiative? Papa Nurgle rolled in the garden. Alright, Dave will have his first turn. And we'll see what's left of my army. Right, so all Dave's army was here. And he's jumped over to here. So all his infantry ran with some decent rolls. So he's up front there in the centre. So he's not far from my lines now. All these guys followed up behind him now. The other guys that ran didn't shoot, but all of the bikes combined shot into my poxwalkers, reducing them down to 4. So I think Typhus making them tough 4. And then I also had the cover from these guys, made a big difference at the start of the game. So that's the end of the Custodes' turn. Right in front of me, I'll have my turn and see if I can't waste a few of them. Alright, end of Deathguard turn 1. So we've made a slight move forward with everything. So shuffled forward and psychic powers. So this 15 block of zombies has got -1 to hit. They're now strength and toughness 5, and I put blades of putrefaction on them so they +1 to wound. So they'll be quite tough now. These guys are just sitting there. Now combined fire of this, well, everything in the army pretty much killed 2 guys with spears. Woo! Alright, so this is a bit of a repeat of last game. We'll see what happens. Dave's going to have his next turn, see if he can't kill some shit. Alright. Alright, if we have a look across here, all of Dave's Custodes are all in the centre here, punching on with Nurgle Demon Filth. Alright, so over here, the captain and these guys all flew into this guy, removing 9 wounds off him. Is that correct? Yeah, so he must be on 1 wound. Then over here, the combination of all these guys killed the poxwalkers down to 4. They blew up a bloat drone, which I paid the point to explode and kill more shit. That's pretty much the majority of it at this point. So he's definitely holding the centre. So I've got all my stuff back here, so I'll have a turn at retaliating against him, and we'll see how we go. Alright.
There's not going to be much left by the end of turn 4. End of turn 3.
It's not looking that way. Alright, end of turn 2. So in the centre here, we've killed a unit of bikes with combined psychic powers, shooting, you name it. And then Typhus and this goon have got in there and did nothing to this guy. I had a Plague Marine unit come up. They shot some guys and killed them, and then they charged into these guys and just got cut down, all 7 of them. It was just shocking. And then Dave's still got these guys over here. So we put the herd on him, and then he put a herd on us back and took a unit. So far it's reasonably even. It'll be interesting to see how this next turn goes. Alright, have at it, Dave. Alright guys, at the end of Dave's turn 3, these guys have absolutely beat the crap out of Typhus and my Malignant Plague Caster. So they're free to do whatever they want. And then pretty much everything else got charged back here. But he only managed to take off 5 wounds on these guys, and I managed to kill a bike, so I was pretty happy with that. And he's also charged this just to shut down the shooting, which is pretty cool. Then over here, we're in combat here. So pretty much everything's tied up in combat. It's supposed to be an objective game, but me and Dave don't care. Alright, I'll have my turn 3 and I'll see what I can do. Alright, so my turn 3 was really quick. So in here, he did no wounds and I did no wounds. This is going to be a long day at the office. If he wants to retreat, that's fine. I'll shoot him. What I've done over here is I've retreated these 2 back a bit because they've both got flamer weapons. That way on his turn, if he decides he's coming at me, bro, I'm going to melt his face off. Alright, but other than that, we'll see Dave's turn 4. He's got a bit more punch with his captains and stuff. Let's see what he can do. Alright, so at the end of Dave's turn 4, he's killed one of these guys. And he's flown in here and took 2 wounds off this. It's looking pretty grim for me. But here from death to, what can't even say it? Here at Death from Above Battle Reports, we don't give up, we fight down to the end. So I'll see what I can do. We're going to take some more of these golden boys with us and keep this precious garden in the middle growing for Papa Nurgle. Alright, end of my turn 4. All I could really do is reverse out of combat here and reverse out of combat here. The reason I'm doing that is so that he has to come and try and charge into me, and then that way I'll at least get some Overwatch shots. If you hear that dog out there, that's just me pug going off. Alright, I'll let Dave have his turn 5 and see if he can't table me or do something like that. Alright, here we go. Alright, at the end of Dave's turn 5, this thing's left on 1 wound, and over here he's just slowly peppering this away. So we've decided to call it there, just because there's nothing I could do, and he is going to eventually just destroy the absolute shit out of me. Just takes a bit of time before these guys here can and finish this off. So I feel that these guys went a lot better than the Orcs did in the last match. What would you say your man of the match for your army is, Dave?
Nothing really. I think the captains on the Dawn Eagles are always good. Like, they're hard to kill, really tough.
They look cool too.
They just put out the pain. I think the biggest weakness is obviously the mortal wounds, and that's very clear with Custodes. If you can hit mortal wounds on them, they just die really fast.
Agreed. I would have to say these Blight Halls were my man of the match. For the entire game, put out good firepower, all three of them, fought in combat, held you up, took a lot of hits, so that's what I'm going to pick for the man of the match. I reckon even maybe a second unit of 3 down the track might be good for the list.
Thumbs up.
Alright, too easy, there you have it. The Custodes are victorious again, undefeated on the channel. I guess I'll get back to the drawing board, put something together to try and beat them. I got a bit closer this time. If you like the channel, like and subscribe, and we'll get back to you with more. Now go.